Do you feel like now after that first fight that you got his number, or after the second fight?
It's fighting, man. I don't think you ever really.
He'll make adjustments.
Yeah, he'll make adjustments. It'll be a completely different fight. Like the first one and the second was different. The third one's going to be different as well. Because I'm going to make adjustments as well. I got to switch it up and keep things fresh and keep him guessing.
Yeah. One of the things about this fight is you look like the bigger guy.
I'm pretty sure I weighed more than him.
Yeah, you looked like it. You looked more muscular.
He's he's muscular, but his waist is small. He's just built different, and I'll probably walk around heavier than him.
Do you think it makes sense though for you to be fighting Conor for the title?
No, I don't think so. Conor's been away so long. His last 2 fights at 155, he's lost. So you can't put him in there for a title fight.
Right.
How could you justify doing that when you have guys like Oliveira?
It is interesting that in the time where that low calf kick is coming to prominence, and this is also the time when Conor started moving away from the sport, took time off, fought boxing, then came back and had the fight with Khabib, and then came back and had the fight with Cowboy. The calf kick was never in play in any of his fights. But if you look at him stylistically, and this is one of the things, I love DC's detail that he does on ESPN. It's amazing. But when he broke down Conor's heavy weight on the right leg, he leans in like this all the time. He puts a lot of weight on that right leg when he paws in that southpaw stance, and because you fight southpaw a lot as well, it just opens up that kick so big. It's such a big weapon. DC also broke down at the end of the first round. You kind of gently punched him in the stomach, just gently, like, hey man, good round,
good game,
good
buddy.
round.
Yeah.
There's a little gamesmanship going on there.
I didn't do it in the moment. I didn't do it like
you were thinking about it.
Yeah, it just happened.
It was just natural.
Yeah.
What did you say to him at the end of the first round? You said something.
When we were hitting each other with the shoulders, I was having fun asking him. I think I told him, "How'd you like that clavicle?" Like just messing around.
That's a funny thing.
How'd you like that clavicle?
How'd you like that clavicle? Has
Just
anybody ever
messing
said
around.
that in life? Yeah, that might be the first time a human being has said, how'd you like that clavicle? Did you see DC's breakdown in detail
I
of
did.
The second fight versus the first fight with Conor? Very interesting.
It is, but I see a lot of people talking funny stuff about, like, the leg kick didn't knock him out. What happened? Like, so DC says in the detailed breakdown, I kick Conor's calf, and Conor steps back and his leg kind of goes. And DC says, well, that's the leg kick that, hurt his leg or whatever. But when he went after that leg kick, he kind of reached down to grab the foot and threw an uppercut. And I was switch stance, so I threw a cross from my backhand that clipped him good. And that's when he took the step back and was hurt. I think that's a detail people are missing. Right hand.
Well, you certainly you landed a lot of solid shots in that fight, but there's no doubt that leg kick was fucking that right leg up.
For sure.
But the detail, what I was going to get over is the difference between the first fight and the second fight was you were landing hard leg kicks in the first fight, but you were landing them on the thigh, and then it switched over to the calf. What a crazy difference that calf kick has made in MMA over the last few years.
Yeah.
It's really nuts.
It is, man, and it doesn't take many, and it doesn't take as much commitment. A thigh kick, you're turning your hips over, Muay Thai style. You're really set in your position, whipping. This calf kick, you can flick. You can flick it like a jab and just catch the top of the calf, and it's
so wild that this one kick was almost ignored. I always give Benson Henderson credit because I think he was the first guy to start using it in the UFC, but for whatever reason, he didn't have the same impact with it. It just, I don't know, I'd have to go over some fights.
And like I said about the calf, you can't take many because there's nowhere for the swelling to go. So that's why it's so painful and debilitating. Your nerves and your foot kind of stop working with you. It's bad stuff.
Yeah, there's no meat there either. I was explaining to someone, I'm like, just karate chop your arm right here where the bone is. Yeah. It hurts just to do that. But you were such a different guy in the second fight. You first of all, you weren't debilitating yourself getting down to 145 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, you were a big 145. Like, how rough was that cut?
It was horrible, and it made me hate the process because my quality of life sucked. Training camps were torture. I would walk around 190.
Jesus
I'd get up to 190. I'd get up to 190.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You get up to 190 and go down to 145. 45 fucking pounds.
Dude, let me tell you this. When I fought Cub Swanson in London, England, I took it on short notice. And I had just won a fight before, and it was right around Christmas, so I was eating. And when they called me, they asked me my weight, and I told them, 170. But I was like, 187 or something. And it was like really short notice. So me and my team fly out there. I'm 30 pounds over when we land. You know, fight week, they check.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. It's so crazy.
They check your weight fight week when you show up to make sure. I was 176 and it was a 45.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But you made it.
Made it.
It's just so strange when you see like the Dustin Porier fight, the first fight with Conor, and then the second fight with Conor, how different it was not kicking the thigh, but instead kicking the calf. Like,
shut him down, right?
Shut him down, yeah.
Should like 3 kicks he landed, you think?
I don't know. I mean, you'd have to go back and watch it. I think it was a few. But
I think when watching the countdown, like Conor approached the game like just boxing, right? You can tell like a boxing coaching, and that's all he was doing. So I thought that was good technique to use. If you're going to fight him, you're looking at what he's doing in his training camp. You're gonna kick him, right? He's a boxer, so fair play to Dustin. He's a good job.
Like he did an amazing job. But you know, Conor has that southpaw stance, heavy on the front leg, puts a lot of weight down there.
Heavy, especially when he throws his backhand. You know, and he timed it perfectly. He throws his backhand. He kind of like slipped to the inside and landed a kick. It's a good technique to use. Who do you think wins that one?
Who knows? I mean,
Conor was catching me some good shots. You know, just the leg kick shut him down, but.
It's gonna be hard. You know, it's gonna be hard to figure out because Conor did hurt him. He did rock him. Dustin admitted it. He said in the first round, he rang his bell.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Dustin won. So you got to think he can win again. And I don't know. Conor never switches stances either. It's very rare. He doesn't box. No. Doesn't like his power hand is for sure his left hand.
Yeah, and if he switches, he's going to spin.
Yeah, right.
He switches, yeah. So it'd be an entertaining fight. If I put money on it, I'd probably go. I think Conor can do it again if he just fix up his stance a little bit. Earlier in his career, he was a bit more elusive, right? Now just like heavy on his legs. So I think Conor can do it if they fight again.
I'm sure he'll make an adjustment.
Yeah.
Well, it's just crazy seeing a guy pull up in a yacht, you know, to a big fight. I mean, he's doing shadow boxing on a yacht and meditating on the yacht. It's like, wow. Like, if he did win that way, that's like the most baller shit ever.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. In fact, we could have to be like zoned in, right? I couldn't be being on yachts, and I'd have to be like isolation, like, in my room, my coaches, chilling, talking. I couldn't do it. I think there's too much to do as well, right? You got to focus on your job at hand is to perform. So, yeah.